Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my YouTube channel. Eric Broadus YouTube, and I'm posting on some more military content, continuing a series of transitioning from enlisted to officer amongst the different branches of services. And so today's branch of service, I will be covering the United States Air Force, of how to transition or pathway from the enlisted side to the officer side. And so let's get to this, guys. To transition from enlisted to the officer corps. All right. Basically, with the Air Force, basically you need to have a degree to climb to the career ladder of an officer. And obviously there are definitely programs in the Air Force that they do offer that, but let's start with the basic requirements. To begin the process of transitioning from an enlisted airman, that's what they call you in the Air Force, officer or enlisted, all are airmen. From airman to officer, basically make sure that you meet the basic criteria. Now, what is the basic criteria? One is to be between the ages of 18 and 39 years of age. Make sure that you're a United States citizen and have at least a bachelor's degree. And also, if you're already enlisted, for you members that are already in, make sure you have to have your unit commander's approval or recommendation. And so what that comes down to is in order for you to get your commander's approval and recommendation, you have to have stellar records. So you got to be the cream of the crop, else the Air Force is not going to invest money in you and training you to become an officer in the Air Force. And I stated before in other videos also about the age range with the military. The limit with the Air Force is, like I said, between the ages of 18 and 39 years of age. That is the cutoff, so make sure you know that. But I always said that the military is it's a young person's branch of service. Okay, now let's get to the requirements in terms of the path to leadership. For Air Force officers, they are evaluated on leadership potential, their moral standards, basically dealing with character, their academic strengths, I guess you can say maybe how well they know their jobs, or some people happen to be better test takers, so keep that in mind. If you have a weakness academically, there's always a workaround and a way around it. Get what ever help you need, to best prepare yourself. Now, for each candidate, there is a selective process where they're going to check to see if you meet the criteria and if you have what it takes in their minds, to become an officer. So number one, you're going to have an aptitude test. All right. Now, so for any enlisted member that wants to become an officer in the United States Air Force, there's going to be a Air Force officer qualifying test. The acronym OQT. That's just abbreviation. And basically the test is it's a multiple choice test, and it's going to have topics that are going to range with verbal skills and math skills, and it'll also cover maybe certain specific fields of Air Force interest. And the test can only be taken twice. I'm gonna say it again, the test can only be taken twice, so make sure that you prepare as best as you possibly can, because you want to pass it, and it's like these opportunities don't come around that often. Now, for all applicants applying for the rated program, you also have to take the test of basic aviation skills. TBAS is the abbreviation or acronym. and that's to generate a pilot selection candidate method. You know what I'm saying? To get a score. Say if you want to become a pilot. So if you want to become a pilot, an officer that is a pilot, that means that you fly. Okay, again, you're going to have to apply for the rated program, and you have to take the test of basic aviation skills to generate a pilot selection candidate method score. All right. Number 2, there is going to be physical and mental screening. And in any branch of service, they definitely want you to make sure that you're physically fit and that you're mentally fit, to make sure that you are equipped and capable of handling the responsibilities of being an officer before they invest money into you. Okay, as an active duty Air Force enlisted member, okay, you'll need to obtain an Air Force Form 422. Okay, and that's notification of Air Force members qualification status. Okay, with mandatory eligibility statement to assess your physical and mental standards. So they are thoroughly checking to be sure that you meet a certain standard before you even get selected. And so, as I said before, don't go just to make the minimum standard, go to exceed it. Okay. Number 3 is they want to prepare you basically for, it's basic military training at officer training school. Okay, so for each applicant that submits the application to the officer training school selection board, they're going to evaluate both objectively and subjectively. So they're going to look at certain factors to determine if a candidate is the right fit. Okay, according to their rules, no one factor can cause selection or rejection. Okay, for active duty Air Force enlisted members, you may log into the Air Force portal, okay, for information on how to submit an application. So you definitely want to make sure that you are prepared, and at your best. So when you go to apply for this program, hopefully you will be one of the few that are selected into this program. Let's see, number 4, okay, is preparing. BMT is basic military training. Okay, now once you've been notified of your selection, for those that have been selected and completed any additional requirements, you'll be assigned to the next available basic officer training class. Okay, while waiting for your departure to basic officer training, it is a good idea to prepare by working on your physical conditioning. So basically, you're going to go through basic training, except you're going in basic training with other officer candidates. So definitely make sure that your physical fitness is up to par, because nothing is as easy as it seems. And the Air Force basic training, it has gotten a lot tougher and changed to where it is supposedly, I believe, probably maybe on par with probably the United States Marine Corps, and definitely with the Army. So it is not going to be easy. So don't go in there, slacking, because it would be a shame for you to get selected and then you can't pass basic training. Basic training should be probably more or less maybe the easy part. Especially if you already been enlisted, you've been through basic training before. So you don't want to go in there slacking and then you wind up failing after you put in all that hard work to make the cut to get selected. If you make it and you get selected, you might as well start what you finish. So be prepared all the way around. Like I said, them officers, man, they get paid pretty well in the military, and that's in any branch. They get paid pretty well, and when they get out, they actually go on to do even better, on the civilian side once they leave the military. It's like the road is paved. So just consider that. But this is just pathways for the United States Air Force, transitioning from enlisted to becoming an officer in the Air Force. And I'll leave a link, it's on for airforce.com. So if you guys want to check it out, you can, research and check for yourself and see if this is possibly an avenue or career path that you want to take. But consider it, because if you do well, especially as an officer in the military, pretty much your path will be basically squared away. You have the option to either retire, or when you get out, you definitely have the leadership experience, and you'll be better prepared for. I feel like the Air Force will definitely better prepare you for the corporate side. But just consider it. These are options, guys, and this is all I have. Just something short, to the point. This is a pathway, in the United States Air Force. And thank you guys for listening and watching the video. And my channel is Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbroadusyoutube.com. So please subscribe to my channel. Smash that like button, and please share my channel. Push it out. Tell your friends, enemies, family members, associates, whoever, about my channel. I also have a podcast called Snack Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS, Snack Thoughts. And my podcast, you can find me on Anchor, Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Radio PBM, and just a host of other podcasts and social media platforms. But thanks again, guys. And again, this right here is Enlisted to Officer, United States Air Force. All right, guys, and I'll be back with some more content. We'll follow on, and I will definitely follow on with other videos. But for now, I'm just sticking with this military content, as I had said that I would. All right, peace out, guys. Catch you on the next one.